Today, we're going past the spin and the stories edited by producers. We've got exclusive proof, secret sources, and never-before-seen footage that confirms a secret two people have been hiding for years. This is the story of a hidden hotel date, a secret romance, a shocking DNA test, a surprising pregnancy, and a baby that changes everything. This is the truth about Tim Malcolm and Tiffany Franco. Yes, you heard that right. Tim Malcolm and Tiffany Franco had a secret room date. Tiffany is now pregnant with Tim's baby, and she's about to give birth to a baby girl. Their wedding is planned for March 15th, 2026. To understand how they got here, we have to go back. Tim and Tiffany joined the 90-Day Fiancé world on different shows with different partners. They seemed completely different. Tim, the metrosexual from Texas, was all about control, style, and caution. His relationship with Jennifer was complicated. Tiffany, a young mom from Maryland, was full of emotion and risk. Her relationship with Ronald was messy from the start. So how did these two opposites come together? It started in the DMs. After their seasons aired, both were getting hate online, but also a lot of support. They connected over feeling misunderstood. Tim messaged Tiffany, giving her advice on dealing with online trolls. It started as a friendly message, but turned into daily conversations. Fans first noticed their connection during reunion shows and pillow talk. Tim was always sarcastic, but when it came to Tiffany, he was serious and protective. It wasn't obvious flirting, but there was something intense. They were always talking alone during group scenes, like they were in their own little world. At the time, most people just thought they were bonding over shared experiences. But was it more than that? The first big clue came during the Single Life in 2023. Both Tim and Tiffany were single and filming. On the show, it looked like they were just friends. Tim's sister asked if he was seeing anyone. He laughed and said he was just going to visit Tiffany in Atlanta to complain about life. It seemed innocent, but our sources say what happened in Atlanta wasn't just friendly. The production team tried to film them together, but they refused. They didn't want their time together shown on camera. That's rare in reality TV. They stayed in the same hotel room all night. We got exclusive photos from someone at the hotel. One staff member says she brought room service, and Tim opened the door while Tiffany was laughing on the bench inside. She looked at home. Tim gave her a $100 tip and asked her to keep quiet. So why keep it secret if they were both single? There were several reasons. Their ongoing storylines on the show, their ex-relationships, and wanting to protect something personal from the public. They went back to their lives with Atlanta as their little secret. But the truth doesn't stay hidden forever. Months later, Tiffany was back on Pillow Talk, and fans noticed changes. People said she was stress eating, or just more relaxed. But then the rumors started. A source close to her family told a fan blog, and forums lit up. People guessed different names, but one couple kept coming up, Tim and Tiffany. They were still close on social media, but started avoiding being seen together in public. And Tiffany's body started to change. A medical source confirmed the pregnancy lines up exactly with that Atlanta weekend. Tiffany told a few trusted people. She said, "My life is already so complicated. This is a lot." But she also seemed happy in a quiet way. She made them promise not to tell anyone, especially not the show producers. The biggest question was, who's the father? Ronald was in South Africa and out of the picture. There was no one else. The timeline pointed to Tim. But Tim didn't take it well. He didn't believe it at first. He demanded a paternity test. Tim needs control over his life and image, and a baby with Tiffany felt like losing control. Tiffany was heartbroken. She said he knows it's his. He's just scared. Still, she understood and agreed to the test. They used fake names and paid in cash at a private lab in Delaware. For weeks, they barely spoke, just short texts about the results. We got a copy of the test. It was 99.99%. The baby is definitely Tim's. That changed everything. Tim couldn't deny it anymore. Something shifted in him. He was still scared, but also started feeling responsible and maybe even excited. He's logical, and the proof helped him accept reality. The next day, Tim went to Tiffany's house. We don't know exactly what was said, but afterward it was clear. They were going to handle this together. Now the problem was how to hide a pregnancy when you're a reality star. Tiffany pulled it off with a smart plan. First, she started wearing oversized clothes and using props to hide her belly. For pillow talk, she only allowed chest-up shots. Second, she dropped out of filming The Single Life, saying she needed time for family. Third, she stopped posting full-body photos on social media. Her feed became mostly old pictures and close-up selfies. Fourth, only a few people knew. Her mom, best friend, and Tim. Even Tim's ex Veronica didn't know for months. That caused tension in their friendship. It was hard for Tiffany. She was happy but couldn't show it. Lying was exhausting. Tim flew under the radar to visit her, using back entrances and avoiding cameras. As her due date came closer, it became harder to hide. But they held the secret until now. Tiffany Franco is about to give birth to Tim Malcolm's baby girl. And in March 2026, they will be getting married. This is the real story, one they didn't want the world to see. But now the truth is out. The couple knew the truth would eventually come out. They decided to take control of the story themselves, on their own terms, after the baby was born. At the time of this video, Tiffany Franco is in the final weeks of her pregnancy. Sources confirm her due date is very close. The baby is a girl. The couple has already picked a name that is deeply meaningful to them, but we are not allowed to share it yet. Preparations are happening, but quietly and in private. According to Tiffany's friend Sarah, Tim has been amazing. Once he got past his fear, he became fully committed. He turned a room in his house into a nursery. He's been to every doctor's appointment during the last trimester. He's reading parenting books. Sarah says it's the most genuine version of Tim she's ever seen, and that he's going to be a great girl dad. The plan is for Tiffany to give birth at a private birthing center in Maryland, following strict privacy rules. Tim will be with her the entire time. There will be no camera crews, no producers, just the two of them welcoming their daughter into the world. But what comes after the birth? After the sleepless nights and diaper changes, they know the truth will have to be made public. And with that, people will start asking questions about their relationship. What began as a secret room date and later a hidden pregnancy has now become a committed love. We can now reveal that Tim Malcolm has proposed to Tiffany Franco, and she said yes. The proposal happened about a month ago. It wasn't filmed. It wasn't done for the show. It happened in the nursery Tim built, with just the two of them. It was real, and it had been building up for a long time. This entire experience, the secrecy, the pregnancy, brought them closer than anything else could. They've already chosen their wedding date. It's a new beginning for both of them. March 15th, 2026. They've planned a private ceremony with only close friends and family. No cameras, no filming. It will be their day, away from the spotlight. When this story breaks, the reaction will be huge. Based on what our sources say, here's what we can expect. Ronald will be furious. One source says he'll feel betrayed and try to make himself look like the victim. Veronica will be hurt that she wasn't told sooner. But she loves Tim, and in the end, she'll be supportive. Probably even become the fun antagonist for TLC and production. They'll be thrilled. One insider laughed and said they struck gold without even knowing it. Expect offers for $1 million special. Tim and Tiffany. Secrets revealed, followed by a possible new series. Life After the Lie. It's the kind of drama that gets ratings. The fan base will be divided. Some will say it's the best love story in 90-day history. Others will say they lied to the audience for years. But to Tim and Tiffany, none of that matters now. They're finally living their truth, together as a family. Their story shows that love can grow in the most unlikely places, even under the harsh spotlight of reality TV. It's a story that started with fear and denial, but turned into acceptance and love. They hid a hotel date. They hid a pregnancy. They hid their relationship. But soon, they'll have a baby girl, someone they can't hide. Next year, they'll stand in front of their loved ones and promise never to hide again. The secret is out. The truth is here. Their new life starts now that there's more. Tim and Tiffany were recently seen getting close at a club. This started new rumors about whether they were more than just friends. Some people said they might have already gotten married. Others said Tiffany could be pregnant again. But now, some fans are also wondering if Tim might actually be involved with Elise instead of Tiffany. No one knows for sure yet, but it's clear their story keeps fans talking. There's been a lot of buzz about a new 90-Day Fiancé spin-off called Hunt for Love. Fans got their first look at the cast in a retreat-style setting. Just a few episodes in, it's already shaping up to be one of the wildest seasons yet. While most cast members are making new friends, a few are struggling. Tim and Tiffany are in this group. They connected quickly as friends, but their attempts to date other people haven't gone well. This has some viewers wondering, will they end up turning to each other again? People saw Tim and Tiffany together at a nightclub. Some wondered if something was going on between them. Tiffany has had a hard time dating on the show. Men tend to pull away when they find out she has 2 kids. It's been a major barrier for her. Tim also struggles with dating for different reasons. His ex, Jennifer Terrazona, questioned his masculinity, and since then, he's had a hard time connecting with new people. He's been dealing with that for years. Even with all that, Tim and Tiffany seem to find comfort in each other. Maybe after being friends for a long time, they finally decided to try dating. Witnesses said they looked really happy together at the club. People were laughing and taking videos. Fans got even more curious when Tim posted footage from the night on his Instagram. It showed them hanging out and having fun. Tim and Tiffany haven't had much luck with relationships on the show. Tim is still dealing with fallout from Jennifer, and Tiffany has had multiple breakups. Some people online even accused her of hiding something. So when fans saw her and Tim getting cozy, they started to wonder if they were now together. Their chemistry on screen has always been strong. That night at the club made people think maybe they'd finally made things official. But truthfully, they're just very close friends. There weren't any romantic feelings involved. It was just a friendly night out. Elise was there too. It was more of a group hangout than a date. Even so, rumors started again, this time that Tim and Tiffany had secretly gotten married. Their chemistry during Hunt for Love was undeniable. On and off screen, they were always supporting each other. That made fans really hope they'd become a couple. After filming, fans kept spotting them together. They were seen out in public several times. Then Tim and Tiffany posted a sweet reunion video. People saw them laughing and being affectionate. In the video, Elise is seen in the background, which confirmed it was a group outing. Still, fans were hoping for a proposal. Many believe they're perfect for each other. Then Tim posted a video that stirred up even more speculation. In it, he's lying on a table while Tiffany rests her head on his shoulder. Tim says he's spending a couple hours in New York with his business wife. The camera pans around the room, showing the setting. He jokes with Tiffany's son, Daniel, asking if he knows that Tiffany has a work husband. Daniel says yes. They all laugh like a happy little family. At one point, Tiffany jokes that she and Tim should get married next time they meet up. He agrees with a smile. They talk about what they'd do when they meet again. So the question remains, are they just close friends? Or is there more going on than they're willing to admit? Therefore, the entire confession left fans bewildered. In a fans' words, are you two a couple or? That makes me really delighted because they called each other work husband and work wife, though other viewers could see that Tim and Tiffany were joking. The TLC stars were supposedly great friends. According to some, the public was hoping that Tim and Tiffany were going steady. However, in response to the crush allegations, the two were ridiculing their supporters. But the friendship between the TLC performers was so endearing that fans wish they could keep it between them. Tim Malone reveals if Tiffany Franco is really pregnant with his child. The audience of 90 Day Finance is waiting for Tim Mal to speak up now that he has to clear the air. He is now saying that Tiffany Franco was not carrying his child. Rumor has it that Tiffany and Tim have tied the knot and are even planning to start a family together. Yet there's more. Tim described the dynamics he was now experiencing with Tiffany. Finally, the truth is out and he answered every question. So, what's your opinion? Was the situation exacerbated or alleviated by Tim's revelation? This topic is pretty intense, so you should keep reading to find out more. 100 Day. Concerning Tim and Tiffany's, the rumor mill and finance has been going full steam ahead. Their friendship apparently started rumors, and Malcolm wasted no time adding gasoline to the fire. He went on record as calling Franco his wifey and was seen multiple times with her. Their closeness shone through as they seemed completely at ease in one another's company. Tiffany was another friend of Tim's, and the two of them exchanged on social media. As a result, onlookers assumed they were having in. Jennifer Tarzona went even farther, saying that Tim and Tiffany used to have a daily on hunt for love. Everything pointed in the direction of Tim and Tiffany being an item. After much consideration, Tim Mal has decided to adore the 90-day finance town rumors regarding his relationship with Tiffany. Franco, he finally decided to clear the air on Instagram not long ago. The famous person posted a video of himself and Tiffany enjoying a match. Malcolm continued to mess with Franco's hair, while Franco giggled uncontrollably. A lot of rumors have been circulating online regarding Tim and Tiffany, as he mentioned in the caption. Therefore, he chose to be upfront about them at last. The famous person in question denied being pregnant and asserted that Franco was not carrying his child. Malcolm went on to say that they also did not tie the knot in Sin City. Tim stated that is all that needs to be clarified right now with the gorgeous wife. He added, despite his earlier denial that he was married to Tiffany, even though it's now obvious that he does it playfully, it seems like Malcolm calls Franco his wife all the time. He freely cons that Tiffany is an exceptional human being. Finally, after all these years, he found someone who matched her. It doesn't change the fact that viewers think Tim and Tiffany ought to give it a go. They have incredible chemistry and seem to be quite compatible. As a result, they want to seriously contemplate going out on a date. Are you in agreement? Are ye? And Tim, he's not with Tiffany. Tim Mal asked Elise Benson out on it. Shocking. Everyone on hunt for love tell all. Whispers about their potential gathered around the unexpected event. If they are more than buddies, 90-Day Fiancé viewers may start to question. However, how does Tiffany fare? When Tim referred to Tiffany on social media as his wife, it set off a chain reaction of speculation regarding their purported on the show. He and Franco became close friends and relied on each other for support. Because of this, fans wanted to watch them get hitched and thought the tell all would be the perfect place for them. It was during the reunion when Tiffany announced her split from Rocky. Accordingly, onlookers speculated that Tim may seize the opportunity to fire his shot at her. He unexpectedly pursued Elise and in front of the cast asked her out on are the two TLC stars an item. Where does Tiffany stand? On hunt for love, Tim Malcone and Tiffany Franco became close. Each one had to face their own problems and feelings head on. Their chemistry was so endearing that viewers of 90-Day Fiancé couldn't help but root for them by posting multiple videos to social media in which they appeared together. Tim and Tiffany teased their followers. Some even went so far as to call the other his wifey and boast about how close they were. The public started to wonder if the reality TV personalities secretly got married. As a last joke, Tim said that Tiffany is simply his work wifey and cracked jokes about their unconventional relationship. Their friendship was another topic he covered during their reunion for Hunt for Love. Because of their close friendship, TLC viewers adored seeing the duo happy together. After Tim revealed how he really felt about his co-star Elise, viewers were taken aback. On Hunt for Love, Tim Malcolm reached out to a handful of tracks. On there, he and me had a blast. In addition to Elise, the TLC star did some flirting, but never asked her out on a couple's from Hunt for Love recently got together for a reunion and shared relationship. Updates. When Tim had Elise tell him her, and whether or not she hadn't host Suki. Presented a clip from the show, Elise didn't want to give her co-star the shock value because she felt that he was just trying to make her feel uncomfortable. Tim confessed that he had spent a whole week planning to ask the former out on her before learning she was seeing Carlo, the celebrity from 90 Day Fiancé, became furious that she hadn't confided in him and abruptly ended their conversation. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this.